In this experiment, we are showing soil with white gravel and sand, which has been filled up in a box, and we actually pour colored blue water on this to show rainfall happening in the monsoons. And we can see that a whole lot of water has filled up on the surface, which is showing lakes and rivers above the ground, but also there is a lot of water which has filled up in the porous soil and rock below, which we know as groundwater. So now if we dig a well in this soil, the well fills up with water because water actually comes from the porous soil surrounding the well, and we see a level of water which is also called water table, and the level of water actually matches with the level of water in the lakes and rivers because water seeks its own level. So now we can extract water from this well as we are doing with a syringe in this experiment. So as we extract water from the well, we will see that the well fills up again because the water is drawn from nearby porous soil because the ground is saturated with water all around. So we can again draw more water from this well as we keep doing normally in our lives, in ordinary wells, but also in bore wells and tube wells. So till the time there is water above the surface and also below the surface, the wells retain water, they have water, and we can extract from there in various ways. So as time goes by, more and more water is extracted from many wells above the ground, but we see that there is water below the ground available. So more water is extracted, the well fills up again, but we see that the level of water or water table is getting lower. The surface water is also getting finished and the water table has gone down. But as you can see that in the rock, in cracks, there is still a lot of water filled up. So we extract more, and the well is fed from the surrounding saturated soil. The soil still has a lot of water even though we can't see it on the surface. So once again we dig a little deeper now, and the well fills up with water because of the saturated surrounding soil, and the water table is a little lower. So we extract more water here, and the well has become dry, but if we dig a little deeper, we may still find water, as is visible here, because the soil is still saturated around. So the well shows water again, which we can extract. So more water is extracted, the well dries again. We dig deeper. Here we can see the crack in the rock, which is called the aquifer. All this water is called the aquifer. So this crack in the rock has a lot of water which is actually reaching the well through porous soil. So we are still getting water because there is a lot of water available below. So we can extract more and more as we pull which is what we do in tube wells and bore wells. So more water is getting drawn and the water table is going down more and more. At one time we will reach the impermeable or non-porous solid rock, then we will get no water. So the soil has to be porous for us to extract water from the cracks or holes in the soil. We can of course dig in another region which is directly above the cracks, and here we can find more water, because in different places different amounts of water is filled up. It depends on what kind of rock lies below and where the cracks are available. So the aquifer is richer in certain areas and less filled up in other areas depending on rock formations. And so we can dig in different regions and different wells will give us different amount of water. But as we extract more and more, the water is getting lesser and lesser. The soil is getting less saturated or unsaturated, and the wells are getting deeper, maybe hundreds of feet below the ground. And in many wells we find no water, but in some wells we do. But very deep wells often give us water which was actually stored thousands or even millions of years back. If we extract too much water, a stage comes when there is no water. Also, the rain in the next monsoon is unable to fill up this old water table, and hence we reach a stage which is called groundwater depletion, which means we have extracted more than which can be regularly filled up or recharged. So this is what is known as water table